Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we have some very exciting unexpected news in the Train Sim world universe. Train Sim Germany, a noted third-party developer, is releasing a new route. The Mittenwaldbahn, Innsbruck to Garmisch-Partenkirchen in Germany and Austria, is coming up February 11th, so not too far away. Quick run at release revealed during week 2 season of reveals. More screenshots in general mode map. We already knew that. Route is going to be set in 1989. If you don't know Train Sim Germany, they've been creating content for Train Simulator Classic and Train Sim World since 2011. Previous Train Sim World releases included the Voslo G6, Diesel Shunter for Rhein-Ruhr-Osten, the Mittenwaldbahn Bad Vilbel to Stockholm route, which released almost 2 years ago now. The DVBR 101 expert level, this thing, and also the first German mainline diesel locomotive with the DVBR 218 for Hamburg to Lübeck. So, yeah, I'm really excited for this route because Train Sim Germany, all of their add-ons are just so, detailed and well done and well put together and just, generally awesome. Every time a new Train Sim Germany product releases, you know it's going to be awesome. The G6, awesome. Mittenwaldbahn, probably the best looking route in the game, despite being almost 2 years old now. It's never been better. The DVBR 101 expert level, I wouldn't really know because I haven't got it, but I've heard that it's pretty good. The DVBR 218, unequaled in terms of quality. Unequaled! So, I've got some new screenshots of the route. That looks stunning. Stunning! More shots of the OBB 1020. Now, I'm actually, as well as excited, I'm also a little bit nervous, because according to this, it'll have gradients as steep as 3.8%. For a mainline, that is very, very steep. This is definitely going to be interesting. I actually have the Mittenwaldbahn over in Train Sim Classic, but that's actually the modern version, and that has the Talent 2 BR442 electric multiple unit thingy. That handles the gradients relatively nicely, but with this older crocodile, this is going to be very interesting. Schlossbachklamm. That's the main viaduct, so if I just scroll back up, that is the Schlossbachklamm. And also, you're probably wondering why I didn't play this video. I don't want to play it because I'll get copyrighted. Hooray! Okay, ski resorts, blah blah. So the trains. We are getting 2 trains with this route. The first off is the Österreichische Bundesbahnen, or Austrian Federal Railways, 1020 Crocodile, which looks, in that old OBB blood orange livery, that looks awesome. I cannot wait to drive it. Absolutely classic locomotive shape. I cannot wait to get my grubby paws on this thing. Term also extends to different classes of locomotive in Switzerland, but also in Austria and Germany and others beyond that. So, yeah. It's just one, member of the family. So, here's the cab. You can't really see it that well. Let me just flip over to a bigger screen. And, you can tell that it's a very interesting beast. The main throttle is this gigantic wheel in the middle here. That, I assume, is probably the reverser, or that's the reverser. Wait, is there a double reverser? I don't know, but yeah, the lighting looks superb. All the dials look insane. I assume, all of these are, amperages, but yeah. I think I'll have to go through a few tutorials before driving this, because it looks to be an absolute behemoth to drive. Like, what do all of these switches do? Anyway, um, uh, dates from later examples built between 1940 and 1956, so quite an obese. It'll be one of the older trains in the game, along with the British Rail steamers like the Flying Scotsman, the 1938 Tube Stock by Rivet Games, and yeah, other trains about that age. So here's one thing I'm also very excited about. Turning the control wheel results in the taps visibly moving in the machine room. How cool is that? We're getting, like, that also leads to the assumption that we will have a fully modeled engine room. Like, come on, that'll be awesome. Okay, next up we've got the DBBR 111 in the ocean blue and cream livery. We've previously seen this in the Salzburg to Rosenheim, which I've got. The Trains of World 5 gameplay pack, that was for the Mittenwaldbahn, and then it's also, I assume this article was written before the Mannheim to Kaiserslautern route came out, because that also has the 111, but that doesn't seem to be mentioned here. Interesting. So, it's definitely an older livery, older pantograph as well. It's going to have the older quad pantograph style. So, oh, no, go away. So, it's going to be a slightly, like, more modern driver than the current 111 we've got. If we go have a look, so the one, wait a minute, I do have to go have a look. So the one on the, okay, so the one on the left, it's a bit pixelated, but you can still tell what it is. The one on the left is the new, quote-unquote new version from the Mittenwaldbahn, with the older style computer and also the different light arrangements and things like that. But, like, the throttle and stuff is basically still the same configuration. And the one on the right is the quote-unquote new version, which Salzburg to Rosenheim, Mannheim to Kaiserslautern, and the Mittenwaldbahn. You can see, like, more modern computer units and screens. So, honestly, I'm very excited. I already like the 111, but to get, like, this, like, backdated old version of the 111, man, I'm excited. And also, like, the Deutsche Bahn traffic red, for me, is extremely, extremely overused, as it is in real life, but it's also really overused in Trains of World. And to see something in Trains of World that isn't Deutsche Bahn traffic red is just very exciting, if I'm being honest. It will also feature the Indusi safety system, which is like a backdated PZB system. We've already seen it on the Mittenwaldbahn's BR365, which you'll be able to learn about it in the manual. I probably won't be using it because LZB, PZB, and Indusi, they just make me scared, so I don't use them. Coaches. We've got the Silberlinge Endwagen coaches. So these are a completely, if we have a quick look at them, these are a completely redone version of the Endwagens we've already got in the game with Bremen, Bremen to Oldenburg, the 218 add-on, Linkrheinstrecke, and then the Mittenwaldbahn gameplay pack. So yeah, they have been recycled quite a bit, but I do like them. And I think these will be pretty cool because they've got some, like, very nice weathering details on the top. They've also got, like, this brushed aluminum or aluminium sides to them, which you can't really tell in this screenshot because it's a bit far, but in the trailer you get a close look and it looks absolutely insane. It'll probably be in terms of look, this is probably some of my favorite rolling stock in the game, simply because of, like, just how good, like, that brushed aluminum looks. Aluminum, aluminium, it's the same thing. So the Silberlinger coaches will be hauled by both locomotives, and then mixed we'll have mixed rates of intercity coaches in both blue and cream and red and cream. I think those are called Rheingold coaches, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we have them. A screenshot of them. Okay, so yeah, if we have a look at this picture right here, these are the red and cream versions of the so-called Rheingold coaches, and I think they look awesome. Like, Deutsche Bahn used to be a lot more colorful. Now it's all just red. Ugh. Or that white with red striping they use for intercity and intercity express services, which I dislike even more. So for freight trains, we'll get the ES50 hopper wagon, which is this thing, which was originally introduced with the Mittenwaldbahn add-on, where it's used to haul, of all things, sugar beets. And then we'll also get the RMMS 663, which I assume is this one? I think it's this one. It's like this, like, possible logging wagon or cargo hauling wagon. Then we'll also get the Tags 959 and the Shims 708 wagons in the retro liveries, which I don't know what those are. I'll have to have a bit of a poke around the route when it comes out. OBB 1020 will have 104 playable services, and with 63 from the BR 111. Both of these locomotives haul trains across the entire route. Service layers, we have a couple of these, not too many. The BR 365 from the Niedertalbahn, which operates playable services between Garmisch and Mittenwald, but only 5 playable services in total. However, if we do have a look at the 365, have a look at those wheels. I have never seen this wheel arrangement in game. Not even on the Niedertalbahn version of the 365. Is that coming as a new update? If so, that's awesome. That finally providing a bit of variety. Anyway. And then we'll also have the BR-103 from Link Rheinstrecke, which will operate AI services at Innsbruck. Players with Pfalzische Ludwigsbahn will be able to utilize a rail tour layer from Mittenwaldbahn featuring the BR-103 for Link Rheinstrecke and the intercity coaches. So yeah, if we have a look over at the Pfalzische Ludwigsbahn article, this is a couple of days old, and open that. So yeah, if you have this route, you will also be able to operate a rail tour service with the 103 and the Rheingold coaches, which is pretty cool, but it's only for Pfalzische Ludwigsbahn, so I won't have access to that. Players can also create their own OBB 1020 rail tours on other routes with Free Roam or Formation Designer, which is always nice to have, I suppose. There'll also be plenty of collectibles to find and tasks to complete, including putting up stickers, replacing big boulders, and tidying up Lego tracks and ski equipment. Now, the part you've all been waiting for. Will release on the 11th February for Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store, and Steam for €40, 33 UK pounds, and $45 US. So, there's no mention of the people on 8th generation consoles like the Xbox One or PlayStation 4. The route doesn't seem to have been compromised for these older consoles. For example, when the Preston to Carlisle route came out, you can only drive the Class 87 services and none of the other services because the memory capacity of those consoles just can't handle it. So I'm glad to see that the people on 8th generation consoles will be able to play with the entire route and all the services if they want to. However, if you have an 8th generation console, please just update to Gen 9, because it's been like 5 years now since the Gen 9s came out. But I digress. Anyway, so yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.